Hey Leos, it's Heather here with Earth Empress. I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be your June 2019 overall general read. So please keep in mind, guys, with it being general, it's not going to resonate for absolutely every Leo out there. That's damn near impossible. If it doesn't seem to fit for you, please don't try to force things. There are a ton of amazing readers out there. Feel free to click on one of the links or videos down below. It's going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and Leo. And I do just want to take a minute to say thank you guys for all the likes, subscribes, shares. You guys have truly been phenomenal on this journey, and I really appreciate all the support that I've been giving. I do have my website up and running. It's still a work in progress, guys, but it is lightworkersouls.com. So feel free to check it out. I post daily spiritual insights, things like that. And as always, you can find my information for Instagram and Facebook pages down below. So what else can we get for Leos? Let's grab one more. What can we get for Leos? Nope, two more. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, Leos. So right now, you guys are definitely focused on your happiness, on your abundance, on your potential. Okay, so right out of the deck, we have the Fool on the Eight of Cups. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, with the energy that's been going around, a lot of you have made choices and decisions to walk away from certain things, whether it's people, places, jobs, family, friends, energies in general. It could be any number of things with this being general, but this is you guys making a decision to take a leap of faith and leave behind the things that no longer serve you, no longer fulfill your soul. Which is beautiful because you guys are focused right now. 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. So you guys right now in particular are focused on your happiness, your abundance, your prosperity, the future you're building for yourself. And when you combine that with the 3 of Pentacles, it's deciding where you're going to put your teamwork, collaboration, what you're putting your energy into, what you're building, setting the foundation for your future. And then we have 9 of Pentacles again, working your ass off. You guys are in a heavy period of working, of abundance, of building. You're really concerned and focused on, what's ahead. Whether it's a year from now, 6 months from now, 5 years from now, you guys are working on laying that groundwork, that foundation, because you want this abundance, you want this happiness, this fulfillment in your life. And you guys are taking chances and you're no longer holding back. You're not being, this feels like, you were being held back to some extent. For some of you, you could very well have been held back by someone or something. And you're making changes based off of your happiness and where you see yourself, what your future looks like for you. And you're laying the groundwork for it. That's awesome, Leos. Congrats, guys. That's fantastic. That's the kind of energy you want to have, especially going into summer. So we have an Ace of, yeah, you guys are definitely, okay, I gotta put these in order, guys. We have Ace of Wands, Queen of Cups, what was this one? Strength card, there you guys are, there's the Leo energy. 3 of Swords, and Queen of Swords. Okay. So there are really honestly a number of things here with this row combined with these two. So we're just going to hop in. So the Ace of Wands is falling right under the Fool. This is definitely taking a leap of faith. You guys have been, I feel like a lot of you have been gifted opportunities to start something new, something fresh, something that inspires you, something that you want to, pour your heart and soul into, a passion project. If this is a relationship that's coming in and you're walking away from a Queen of Cups energy, because this is falling under the 8 of Cups, you could very well want a new beginning with a Queen of Cups, or you could be walking away from. Take it as it resonates for you. That's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Someone that's very intuitive, very sensitive, in tune with their soul. We have the Strength card here under this 10 of Pentacles. So you guys are working towards your happiness, your abundance. It's because you finally reached a point in your life where you found this inner strength within. to really go after what you want. You know, lay down the groundwork, put in all of your effort, all of your energy towards what you see that's possible versus, you know, just settling for mundane, because you're not settling anymore. The mundane's not going to cut it. We have Three of Swords under this Three of Pentacles. So if any of you were involved in a third-party situation, I'm just going to say that you guys are leaving it behind and you're focusing on your career and your abundance and, you know, working towards your new beginnings. Because Three of Swords under the Three of Pentacles, it can very well indicate third party. It doesn't have to be. Some of you could be, you know, finding some strength after a period of feeling heartbroken, feeling lost. You know, the Three of Swords, it is heartbreak. It can be the loss of someone as far as relationships or the death of someone. It can also be dark night of the soul, where you've been in a period of really having to dig deep and purge and get rid of shit that you thought you had healed from, or you never even knew that, you know, you had issues with that. You feel like you were just in a period of stagnancy and it's just overwhelmed, and you kind of weren't super high, you weren't super low, you were just there in the middle. And sometimes that's a hard place to be because you don't feel anything. And for some of you guys, you're having the strength to finally come out of that because you are taking chances now. You're ready to build on your, you know, your abundance, your future, your goals. And you have Queen of Swords energy here. So some of you could be heartbroken over a Queen of Swords energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And for others of you, because of this period of, I want to say darkness, it feels heavy. It feels like there's a heavy weight on your shoulders, a heavy burden, because something has been almost slowly breaking your heart. It's very heavy. You know, the Queen of Swords energy, if it's not another person in particular who's very, you know, to the point, detached, this is you guys. This is you guys finally coming to a period where you want the truth. You want truth. You want truth and clarity above all. And you have your guard up a little bit because you are not focusing on the heartbreak anymore. You're coming out of it. You're wanting to take chances when it comes to your abundance and building and things like that. And so because of that, you know, you're putting your energy and your effort into those things versus just focusing on love. You know, you could very well have love come across. Sometimes that's when it comes in. But with this Queen of Swords, it's like you guys are taking a very detached approach. So if you are connecting in a third-party situation, I'm just going to say that, you know, maybe you've been heartbroken in the situation at this point, and you're pulling back and kind of pulling your energy back and really looking and deciding, do I want to put my energy here anymore, or do I need to go on? You know, do I need to move forward from things? Because that could very well be a thing. Because you do have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords here, so, you know, very watery energy and very air energy, mercurial. Oh, okay. What else can we get for Leos for June 2019? What else can we get for Leos? Oh. Okay, so we have the Hermit, Six of Cups, Justice, Ten of Wands, Ace of Swords. Yeah, so the Ace of Swords is falling on top of this Three of Swords and Three of Pentacles. So you guys are going to get some clarity, I feel like, when it comes to the emotions that you've been going through, the pain that you've been going through. It's like you want to build, you want to work towards something, but your heart is, I mean, it's ragged. It feels like it's just so burdened and pulled down right now. You're going to have some kind of clarity coming in. Ten of Wands on Queen of Swords and Nine of Pentacles. So there's going to be a period where, you know, you're working towards your future, you're standing in your discernment, and finally you're going to, I feel like you're going to drop what doesn't serve you anymore. This Ten of Wands on there for me is making a decision to stand in your power, in your discernment, to pull your emotions out of certain situations and do what's best for you and move forward and lay down the burdens. It's not yours to carry anymore. The Hermit on top of the Fool and the Ace of Wands. So you guys are in a period of a spiritual journey, going within, really finding out what makes you tick, what soothes your soul, what your happiness is, what your abundance is. You know, finding a purpose in your life that maybe you hadn't, you know, found before. Maybe entering a period of your life where you are more in tune and spiritually open and spiritually inclined. And it's because you're going within and really starting to get to know yourself, really figuring out what really makes you the happiest internally. Six of Cups, Queen of Cups, Eight of Cups. So we have very contradictory energies here. I'm just going to say that. It's like some of you want to reconnect with the Queen of Cups because Six of Cups is my, it can be a reunion card. But it's fallen under the Queen, under the Eight. So the 8 is my walking away. So I feel like some of you guys are in a period of trying to decide really and heavily, do I reconnect with this person? And this person that, Six of Cups is a very spiritually connected card. It's someone that has the ability to bring out the inner child in you. Someone that, makes you feel alive again, makes you feel almost naively loved. Like you just love them to love them. You can't help it. Some of you might be deciding, whether you walk away from this energy or if it's time to reconnect and start anew and heal this. And that's, again, your discernment, whatever works for you. I'm not telling you to go back to an ex or to reconnect with someone you're in a relationship with if you're ready to walk away. I'm not telling you that at all, because both options are on the table, guys. And, trust your gut. I mean, if you feel like there's something there and this connection is something that you want to build and work towards, if it's part of your happiness in your future, by all means, go for it. And if you feel like it's not, my thing is don't feel guilty. If you need to walk away, if it's time to walk away, if it's for you and your soul and your purpose and your calling and your future, don't hesitate. You can only make everyone else so happy, but in the end, this is your journey. So making yourself happy and doing what you're called to do and where you're called to be is what's going to lead you down the best path for yourself. And in the process, you're not going to stay tied to people that might need to be in another situation just like you might need to be. You never know. Justice on the Strength on 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, so some kind of justice, some kind of balancing is coming out because you guys have reached a point of strength within yourself. Justice is the card of Libra. And then we have the Hermit. The Hermit is the card of Virgo. But with Justice on there, it's like you guys are coming to a period of, it's almost karmic. Justice is a very karmic card. So to reach a period inside yourselves and in a connection, whatever it may be, that, your happiness is finally coming in, your abundance is finally going to come in. It's because it's due time. You've done so much, you've poured your heart out, you've built so much that it's time for things to come back to you tenfold. That's the way it works. The more good you put out, the more good you get back in, guys. I love that. Ace of Swords, yeah, you guys are going to get some kind of clarity. If there was a third-party situation, you're going to find some kind of clarity in it. And, again, possibly cutting it out because you're deciding your energy is not going to be placed there anymore. 10 of Wands, I mean, you're laying down burdens to work on your future. Whatever it may be for you. If it's with the Queen of Cups, if it's with the Queen of Swords, if it's, you have so many cards on this table that are different energies. I can't really specify which ones. But I can say that you guys are in a period of finding truth, finding balance within yourselves. You are listening to your souls, tuning in more in order to move forward. And whether that's with certain people or not, that's on you guys. Completely up to you. So let's see what animal energy we can get for you guys. We have an owl and the elephant. Okay, yeah, so wisdom. The lamb is also, it's a very nurturing energy, very mild, very timid energy. So these two together, it's like you guys really are going in with your inner child. You're working on your inner child in order to move forward in your happiness, in your abundance, in your future. The owl is the bringer of wisdom. The owl is also the messenger when it comes to spiritual realm. So you could be receiving messages, insights, 5D, 3D, whatever it may be, that are about the path that you're taking and what you're being called to do. Pay attention. We have the elephant here. I love this. It's such a wise energy. And the elephant is patient. They're steadfast. They're strong. They also know that they have the power within. And then you see how the third eye is lit up as well. This is knowing that you have the wisdom, the guidance that you need, and that the path that you've been on and what you've been through has been worth it because you have gained strength. You've gained wisdom through it all. And I feel like you guys are definitely in a period right now where you are just I mean, you feel internally so built up after a point of feeling so low that you're not going to just settle anymore. You can't. You can't settle anymore. You want more. You want to do more. You want to be more. You want to experience more. And these two energies combine, especially this Lamb with this. It's like, I feel like you guys you're working through childhood things. You're working through wounds that you've carried for a long time. That maybe, you know, this person, if, you know, it's a connection that's ended, maybe that's figuring out at some point that they were there to bring up those wounds, trigger those things in order for you to work on and you to heal. I always say you have a reason, a season, or a lifetime, guys. You meet someone and you come across them for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And, you know, not every person's going to be that lifetime person, and not everyone's going to be a reason. It changes. As always, I mean, you know, trust yourself. You know if there's a connection with someone, and if it's the same pattern over and over and over again, it tends to be a reason. Until you learn the lesson keeps showing up. But if this is someone that you connect with that hasn't been cruel to you, that hasn't done, you know, intentionally done things to hurt you, that's different. That's different because sometimes people make us uncomfortable with how secure they are, so it forces us to grow more. And then we start to question things, and then we get triggered, and then we heal things, and that's a completely different story. All right, Leos. What else can we get for you guys for June 2019? There is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. Yes, I love this card. It always makes me laugh. There is nothing sexier than your truth. I feel like this is that Queen of Swords energy coming in hot for some reason. That Ace of Swords, that Queen of Swords, and maybe a little bit of the Hermit card, where you just go within and you figure out what it is for you, and then you just head forth, no holds barred. You hop on that Fool, you get that Ace of Wands in your hand, and you go. You go. You take the leap of faith because you realize what your true calling is, what your true path is. I mean, person, place, thing, jobs, whatever it may be. I feel like digging inside deeply is what's going to guide you and really bring to light where you need to head and what you want to do in your soul, what you want to do, what you want to be. My happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, through it all, having that faith, having that just inner knowing that, I don't want to say contentment. It's like you just have this assurance inside, this affirmation that no matter what you go through is for your greater good. Once you realize and get to that point of thinking in that train of thought, and I don't say everything you go through is going to be easy. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. That's not the way it works. It's a spiritual journey. We go through things for a reason. We're pushed to grow. If we didn't grow, what would be the point? We're human, you know? So reaching that point of happiness really comes from flow. When you get to where you can just flow and understand and say, you know what? I'm doing what I'm being called to do. I'm going where I'm guided. And as long as I'm in alignment and I'm doing good and I'm, you know, being as honest with myself as I can possibly be, then it comes. The faith comes with that. The universe comes with that. And they just come in and really guide you and help push you in that direction. And, you know, that's a point we all want to get to where we can just say, okay, I just trust it. It's coming. I know it. It's going. That doesn't mean you're not going to do work. That doesn't mean you're not going to have to put in work. But you get rewarded for the work because the more you put into you and your path and your journey, the quicker things come in, guys. That's how it works. I feel like this heavily is that period where you have healed so much. You've gone within. You've had messages. You've had insights. You're working on your abundance. You figured out what it finally is, and you're going for it. And that is phenomenal. So I'm going to leave that there, Leos. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the day, and I will see you in a couple weeks. Love and light.